So, India have just beaten their great rivals Pakistan. Does it hurt?
Of course, losing a game, it's not a pleasure feeling. It's not a well-pleasing that losing is any game from anyone. It's just not good. And since I played with such a massive team for the last 10 years, we had Wasim, we had Waqar, we had such a great names. And when I came here first time in '98, that had a huge star following in India, and we had Wasim. We had such a great names. And I played with them, and they played very aggressive cricket, and they always went for kill, and they always went for win. So I'm used to that kind of a arena, and I'm for that kind of circle I was coming out from, and losing from India at that period of time. Since I'm playing, it's just not a nice feeling at all. No, especially losing in India, it's not a nice feeling.
Now, the previous captain, Imran Khan, has singled you out for special criticism, and he says that you all could have won 3-0 if you'd applied yourself. Your response?
No, when we talk about in team meetings, we always say it's a team game. So you almost get paid the same amount of money like any others. So I understand people have lots of expectations, but you don't forget, it is my comeback series. You see, I'm playing after 15 months' time, despite all the controversies I had and the pressures and mental stress I had, which was very important for me to play the whole series without getting injured. Yet I played in a second test match. I was so sick. I had 102 temperature and just the night before the game. So I just made myself available, and I told them I'm so keen to play. They said they shouldn't play. They shouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't play you, and But my commitment is there. You see, as far as myself is concerned, I'm so sick, and I'm just like vomiting and a temperature, and until the doctor said you got to be very stupid to play that game. So I just said no, my country needs it. I gotta be out there, and that wasn't a very wise decision. But as far as my patriotism or my self is concerned, I got to be there for my team. But you got to remember that it's my comeback series. It's not easy for any fast bowlers to come back and just perform up to the optimum level. Yes, we have lost the series, but if you remember that the first test match I was running in, I was fully fit. I got 6 wicket, and I put Pakistan in such a good position where Pakistan can win it. And that's the only test match we lost. And that's the only test match we could have won. And that's the only test match we decided the whole series. So you can imagine that I did my bit in the first test match. But unfortunately, team is immature. There's a new youngcomer. They have tried hard enough to win that series, but unfortunately, we couldn't put it together. And singling me out, it's just like, yes, I have lots of regard for Imran. Imran has been a huge supporter of myself for a number of years, and I've got so much respect, and I have such a huge value of his opinion. I always carry with me whatever he's got to say. Yes, he said it that I should be stayed more fit, but you got to understand that it's my comeback series. It's not easy for a fast bowler after coming back such a great controversies, and then come back and play the whole series, and then I played the whole series.
What goes through your mind, like when you said, you're at 102 temperature, you're vomiting, you still go out and play for your country? What drives you to do that?
Well, you see, it's a passion as a young guy. It's a young guy, you want to play for your country, and still, luckily, I have the same passion that every time I go out there, it's just the same feeling. Every time I just step on the field. So the third test match, we could have made it square, and we could have leveled the series, but unfortunately, I had a back spasm, and it was so severe that I had a slip disc or something. The doctor was so concerned that you should go for a checkout. I said, if I go out now, my team might lose the game. They said, no, listen, you gotta, your priority should be your health, and you can't lose your back for another year. You can't, can't do that to yourself. So the Bangalore traffic and everything. We still have a pilot car and everything, but still, we spent about 3 hours in MRI. But luckily, that my back was fine. But by the time I came back, you have to be on the field in order to counter that time you wasted. So that time has lost, and but I still stood there, and I had an injection in my back, and I had a couple of injections right in my spine. So the people doesn't know about that. But still, I just went out there, I stood there, and I tried to bowl again. But it was unfortunate, it was a bit too late.
Now, one imagines that for you and all the members of the Pakistan team, 2007 is a year maybe you guys would rather forget. If we look back at the World Cup, you didn't even play in the World Cup. Looking back, is that probably a good thing that you missed it altogether?
No, I don't take it that way. You see, the pressure is always there to enjoy it, and expectation is there to enjoy it. But I just don't get stressed out too much, and I don't get stressed out too easily by criticism or by, other lots of various things. Yes, a man who goes through a process every day of his days of his life, and he learns and he tries to make himself as a better man. But yes, doping was a very severe case for me. But that incident, who have saved me a lot from the World Cup. Yes, I agree that if I would have been in World Cup, then they would have put me behind the bars. They probably would have said that I killed Bob Woodman. But I mean, that's a speculation. While I was in Pakistan, you had a fight with him. So I said, yes, I had a fight. I had an argument with him. But I had an argument with him. But I'm not in Jamaica right now, so leave me alone. So then I had a great relationship with Bob Woodman, and unfortunately, incident occurred, and it happened. It was so sad, and I still feel the sadness of that incident. But it would have been very difficult for me if I would have been there.
We may never know the circumstances of Bob Woolmer's death. What do you think happened?
It's a natural death, obviously. It's a natural cause death, and he died naturally. And you can't, I'm not an expert, but that's what my gut feeling was in the first place. Because the pressure is tremendous, his expectation was too big. In living in Pakistan and India, people just expect way too much out of you. You're human, you're not a machine, you just go out there and perform every day. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a human error. As being a host, you have a good day of hosting the show, and another day you don't have a good day to host a good show, you see. So it's a human error is there. You can't perform every day. But you can do one thing, is to try and just to be out there for the people and for your country. And that's what I always try to do. But I just cannot go out there alone. When you talk about the team, there's 11 people are playing. It's just not a one guy who's playing. It's not his responsibility to win the whole series. Yet I claim to be a match winner. Yet and people expect me to win the games, but you see, I understand the circumstances. You can't put too much pressure on me and, asking me after 15 months back, after 15 months time, and you come and win the series for us. And it's just, I tried, and first test match was very crucial. We should have won the first test match. That could have decided the whole series. But unfortunately, we lost the chance, and we just couldn't make it after that.
Do you think your team let you down?
No. Team doesn't let you down. Just team. You see, when we talk about after losing the game, we always talk about you got to be there for the people who did not perform well. So that is my whole idea towards the cricket. People who don't perform well, we got to be there for them at that period of time. It's very important. You see, why do we fall? To love to pick up ourselves again. So that's how we fall. That's why we fall. So I think Pakistan cricket, it's going through such a critical situation. Yet I agree that Pakistan, yes, need a more match winners. I always insisted on the match winners. Match winners are very important because we're such a strong individuals in the team. We always believed in individuals rather than a team game. Since we started playing cricket, we're such a huge star. We had Wasim Bakar to win the games on their own, and Zamam, then we have Javed, we have most of the people to win the games on their own. So that is very important, that our culture does not combine us as in a team, because it's the culture differences we have. I'm a bigger star than the others. Okay, you want to be a bigger star, just go out there and win the game for us. So that's how we used to do. So now we have
ego clashes then?
Sorry?
Were there ego clashes at any stage?
There is a professional jealousy, was too much out there. Too much professional jealousy that, I just, when I arrived on that period of time that Bakar was there, and I wanted to be a fastest bowler of the world. I wanted to know I have a different identity for myself. I don't want to be Bakar, I don't want to be Wasim, but I want to be something else. It can be different than. So I just thought I can be a fastest bowler ever in history of cricket, and yet I have to be a match winner. So there's a professional jealousy was too much. So we had to perform. And we're such a great individuals who used to win games for each other. Now, unfortunately, we don't have that many match winners left behind who can win games for us. And I just feel left alone a little bit.